If your dog has ever stuck their nose straight into your private area, you know exactly how awkward that moment feels. You push them away, laugh nervously, maybe apologize to whoever's watching. But here is what nobody tells you. Your dog isn't being rude. They're not doing it randomly. In that single sniff, your dog is reading information about you that would take a medical lab hours to uncover. And some of the things dogs detect through this exact behavior have literally saved lives. Let's start with what is actually happening. Your dog isn't smelling you the way you smell things. They're reading you. Dogs have 300 million olfactory receptors. You have 6 million. The part of their brain dedicated to scent is 40 times larger than yours. But here is the key. Your groin contains the highest concentration of apocrine sweat glands on your body. These glands produce pheromones, chemical signals that broadcast your hormonal levels, your health, even your emotions, to your dog. Sniffing that area is like reading a detailed status report about everything happening inside you. They're not being weird, they're being thorough. This explains why they do it more to certain people. When a new person enters your home, your dog smells them before they see them. In the dog world, sniffing another dog's rear end isn't rude. It is a handshake. It is how dogs exchange social information. Who are you? Are you healthy? Are you a threat? Your dog inherited this from thousands of years of evolution. They're applying the same framework to humans. By dog standards, they're being polite. Now here is where this gets much more interesting. If you are a woman and your dog suddenly becomes obsessed with sniffing you, pay attention. Dogs can detect hormonal changes you aren't even aware of yet. During menstruation, your scent profile shifts measurably. To you, nothing seems different. To your dog, you've become a completely different chemical signature. But here is what is remarkable. Countless women have reported their dogs behaving differently weeks before they discovered they were pregnant. More protective, more focused on sniffing that specific area. The hormonal changes that begin at conception alter your body's chemical output almost immediately. You won't notice for weeks. Your dog noticed on day 1. And if you think that is impressive, wait until you hear this. Dogs have literally diagnosed diseases that doctors missed. This isn't folklore. This is peer-reviewed medical research. In multiple studies, trained dogs detected ovarian cancer, prostate cancer, and lung cancer through scent alone. Their accuracy rates ranged from 88 to 97%. Sometimes they outperformed standard medical screening. Here is how it works. Cancer cells produce volatile organic compounds that healthy cells don't. These compounds exit through your sweat and your apocrine glands. To you, you smell normal. To a dog, something is wrong. There are documented cases of dogs persistently sniffing one area of their owner's body for weeks until the owner got checked. And what doctors found was a tumor. The dog detected it before any symptoms appeared. Dogs have also been trained to detect low blood sugar in diabetics and oncoming seizures in epileptic patients. Their noses aren't just powerful, they're diagnostic tools we're only beginning to understand. So when your dog keeps sniffing you in an unusual way, especially focused on one area, pay attention. They might know something you don't. They can also smell your emotions before you fully feel them. When you are stressed, your body releases cortisol. When you are afraid, adrenaline. These changes happen beneath your conscious awareness. But they don't escape your dog's nose. A 2022 study demonstrated that dogs could detect stress in humans through breath and sweat alone. No facial expressions needed. The chemical signature was enough. When you've had a hard day and your dog won't leave your side, they smelled the stress before you walked through the door. When you are nervous and they become unusually attentive, they detected it the moment it happened. That is not intrusive behavior. That is a wellness check from someone who loves you. Here is the part that changes everything. Your dog isn't just gathering information, they're taking care of you. Think about what we've covered. Your dog can detect your hormonal state, your health status, your emotional condition. They know when something has changed before you do, and they check every single day. That sniff that makes you uncomfortable isn't random curiosity. It is your dog running a biological scan on the person they care about most, making sure you are okay. In the wild, pack members monitor each other for illness or vulnerability. Your dog hasn't forgotten that instinct. In their mind, you are pack. You are family. You are worth checking on. So what should you do when this happens? You don't have to let your dog embarrass you. It is fine to redirect them and teach boundaries, but understand what is happening. Your dog isn't misbehaving. They're communicating in the only language their biology gave them. The next time your dog does this, maybe instead of embarrassment, you'll feel something else. You'll realize that in that awkward moment, your dog is actually doing something beautiful. They're making sure you are okay. They're checking on someone they love in the most thorough way they know how. That is not something to be ashamed of. That is devotion most humans will never fully understand.